What's up, everyone? It is Diecastbuffet here again, guys. We have the 2001 Matt Kenseth Hot Wheels 164 in the studio. One of my favorite diecast reviews to do on the channel is these Hot Wheels NASCAR 164s, and we got another one in the studio. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a closer look. Alright, fellas, rotating base out of the studio, and time to go back to 2001, which was 24 years ago, fellas. I feel pretty old. But this is a Matt Kenseth diecast, his second full-time season in the NASCAR Winston Cup Series, and let me tell you, Matt Kenseth, he was really freaking good early in his career, man. He was a champion in 03, he was a rookie in year 2000, but this is one of the most iconic paint schemes of that year, or that era. The Dewalt car actually changed quite a bit throughout each season, but just the general yellow and black with the 17, just fantastic. So this is from the Hot Wheels main retail line. They had a whole bunch of different style Hot Wheels diecast for the 164 scale. They had some that actually were hood opening ones, believe it or not. I need to get one of those in the studio. I've never seen one in person. I would love to check that out. They had some that had accessories like a little stopwatch, a collectible coin, just all kinds of amazing things Hot Wheels would do for the Diecast 164 collectors. Now, I love the front portion of the packaging. That's actually one of my favorite packagings ever, is just this design with the flames and the blue. The back panel of it, keeping up with the Hot Wheels tradition, is just your normal non-wax coated paper or cardboard, if you will. So this is very, it's just unprotected cardboard. So if you're going to store these things, you've got to be mindful of that. The front portion has the wax coating, the rear portion of it doesn't. But just so nostalgic, man. The Mattel logo, the Dodge, Chevrolet, Caterpillar, just so freaking nostalgic here. And if you want to pause the video and read all this, you can. But just amazing stuff, man. 2001 was like the real debut of how great Hot Wheels diecast was for the 164 NASCAR collector. They were around in the 90s, but they were kind of heavier, right? 2001 is when they really started pumping out the lighter weight ones, and I just feel like the packaging, the presentation, 01 was kind of like a, it was just a revolution for the whole sport, and even the diecast industry as well. So it does come with a little trinket. We're going to take a closer look at that. I'll be right back. Alright, fellas, brand new in the studio. It took it 24 years, but finally this diecast has been opened up. And if you're curious, there's plenty of these out there, by the way. It's another one of those overproduced diecasts, so no harm, no foul. Look at the clear coat on this freaking diecast. Oh my goodness, wow. I'm telling you, man, Hot Wheels, they had by far the best clear coat in NASCAR diecast history. I mean, just look how shiny this car is. You would think this thing came out a week ago from the factory. That's how amazing the clear coat is. I think about it. This thing has been in that package for 24 years. It's probably been in, storage totes. It could have been shipped all over the country. I mean, all the different temperatures that the diecast has been exposed to. And it's still in this unbelievable condition, man. The stories these diecasts could tell, put it that way. Fantastic stuff. So let's go ahead and dive into the review. So you got Dewalt right there on the hood. You have the black outlining, which is just where the hood line is. So the whole hood is just colored the same as the top of the car, which looks really cool. I like that. It just kind of adds a little bit of separation to the paint scheme. But then you have this subtle gray stripe at the bottom. Now, I'm not sure if on the real car it's silver, but this one almost has like a pixelated texture to it. I don't know if that's a printing quality or the real car was like that. Now, the Hot Wheels diecast, their molds could be a little bit funky, but they nailed the Fords. The Fords and the Dodges were absolutely spot on, pretty much. The Chevrolets were a little too flat. They looked a little bit bulky, but flat at the same time. The Pontiacs, they were right? They were in my honest opinion. But their Fords are my favorite diecast Taurus model they've ever made. Even the Ford Fusions style bodies, which are just absolutely amazing. So you got Taurus right there on the front end of the car. You have the Ford logo. Got Roush Racing, got Moog, Clovite, Simpson, Edelbrock, Plastolock. Let's get a closer look at this diecast, fellas. Let's enjoy this diecast review. Of course, thank y'all so much for everyone who's watching right now. I greatly appreciate it. Got Union 76. Go to the other side of the die cast. You can see the 17 right there on the headlight. The headlights are a little small, but that's okay. Go to the left side of the die cast. You have the number 17. I noticed this when I was looking at it in the packaging. It looked like there was a little bit of some bumps on the 17, and I can feel a little bit of that. That's probably just a minor paint issue, and then when they put the decal wrap on it, naturally kind of give that bump look to it. But I mean, just look at the clear coat, man. And I love it how there's so many of these Hot Wheels NASCAR diecasts out there that are overproduced. You know, Hot Wheels, they have a massive, massive, massive collector base, right? And it's still extremely strong nowadays. So it's just really cool to see how Hot Wheels is still around. They're doing fantastic. They make all kinds of amazing diecasts. But then they go back into their NASCAR era and just really, it's just amazing to be able to go back and still get these diecasts brand new. And there's so many of them to go around, which is great. So the top of the car, I kind of feel like is hand painted. Look at the line right here. And notice how it's not perfectly straight. It almost looks like a Sharpie line. So I'm kind of curious if the top of the car was paint masked, you know, airbrushed it or spray brushed it on. I'm kind of curious because that does not look like a decal line. So I'm thinking the top of the car from a production standpoint was actually painted, not wrapped. You got Hardee's. Well, Hardee's on there. I didn't know they sponsored Matt Kenseth. I got Citgo. That's pretty cool. Shout out to Jeff Burton. Back Tools. Got Comp and something else there. Got Gatorade, Autometer, Spicer, Mechanics Wear, whatever that is. Nomex, Jessel, EA Sports, 3M, Bowman, Wiseco, Comp, Holly, True Value, Ray Bastos, Goodyear, Belts, and something else. And then we got Goodyear right there. Now the wheels are a little bit, just a little bit bulky, but they are real, or I say real, but they're like a synthetic rubber style. I don't think they come off the rim. I could be tripping on that. Maybe they do. But they made so many amazing 164 kits in 2001. They still made some in 2002, but 2001, I mean, it was like a revolution for the sport. They had so many different things they were doing in the diecast industry. And with the new TV deal they had with Fox at NBC, the sport was just breaking records every year. They were debuting 2 1.5 mile tracks that year for the Cup Series. Fox was, you know, it was the first time they ever had NASCAR racing. It was just, everything in the sport was just, it was just peak, right? It was just truly peak. And their merchandise industry reflected that. Let's go to the back panel of the diecast. And this is just so nostalgic. The rear bumpers of these Ford Tauruses, man. Makes you just want to go play NASCAR Thunder 02 or 03 at the 17 there, Dewalt. And you have that Ford logo there. Just look at the gloss of this diecast, man. I'm telling you, it's the best clear coat I have ever seen. And yes, I do see some bubbles there, but look, when you got a diecast this shiny, I could deal with a few bubbles like that. Just what an amazing paint scheme. Now, I'm not sure if he won a race in 2001. I want to say he did. I want to say he won. He didn't win Phoenix because that was Jeff Burton. I think he won a race in 01. I could be tripping. Year 2000, he won the Coke 600 because Dale Jr. won the All-Star. I'm not sure 100% if he won a race in 2001. I know he won in 2002, but that would make a cool race to win diecast if he did win in 01. Now, one of the staples that Hot Wheels did with a lot of their 164 diecasts is they had the printed window bar detail. And notice the texture difference where the window bars are. It's kind of a satin semi-gloss texture, but the windows are, they're almost as glossy as the paintwork. And you got that roof decal there. It's a little bit off there, but it's all good. It's an inverted color palette where the roof number is yellow and the door numbers are that just iconic Roush 17 that I wish Chris Buescher would run that 17 font, honestly. Go to the back panel of the diecast. You have Guaranteed Tough, which was their current slogan at the time for Dewalt tools. What a fantastic diecast in studio, man. And I love the Hot Wheels diecast. There's so many of them that got produced. It's flabbergasting how many of them that got made. They even made like Hot Wheels diecasts that were promos for NASCAR teams, like Kenseth's, what is it, year 2000 or 2001, one of his Busch cars. It was a Chevrolet, but it had like the Matt Kenseth, you know, style 17 and all that stuff. They made that in the Hot Wheels line. They made so many amazing cars. One of my favorite promotions they did was with Kenny Schrader in 2002 with the M&M's vote, what is it, flavor vote thing they did. And they had like 4 or 5 different M&M's paint schemes with different colors on them. They were featured on NASCAR Thunder 2003. Well, they actually made those die casts in 164, and they were part of the Hot Wheels production line. It just, I love the Hot Wheels era of NASCAR die casts. They did unfortunately leave the sport after about 2005. They did make like a few random releases in 06. The most popular one was the Cars movie paint scheme for, I think it was Scott Riggs in the 10 car. That one might be considered a promo. I'm not really sure how that one was distributed, but it comes in a unique packaging. I can't think of another 2006 Hot Wheels NASCAR diecast. There's probably one out there, but they basically left after 05, which was statistically the peak of the sport. Now, it comes with this little trinket here, and it's one of the most weirdest trinkets you could ever imagine, because it's not like a pit board or a hood or just a little, a card. It's literally just a cutout of a Dewalt saw. I'm not really sure what they would call this, but if you had one of these from 2001, this exact product, it probably would still work. You'd be surprised how powerful some of these Dewalt tools can be. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you'd like to, help support the channel, make sure to tap in and use that promo code over there at Circle B Diecast. You can get diecasts like this over there, maybe on their auction website, which check that out down below if you'd like to as well. They have a bunch of old school 2000s, early 2010s, 124s over there. But for all the new stuff, make sure to use that promo code, guys. Helps support the channel. Don't have to, but I would greatly appreciate it. So, what an awesome diecast here in the studio. It is, what is it, 50151. I don't know if that's just the number of the Hot Wheels car or just some random number. But, yeah, with it being a part of the Hot Wheels line, I'm curious if they give it like a ID number for this particular diecast. There's probably a Hot Wheels diecast registry somewhere, and these are, Hot Wheels cars, so it'd probably be a part of that. Pit board, that's what it's based on. So I don't have obviously a photo of a 2001 Matt Kenseth pit stop, so I'm curious if this was a part of the pit board, setup for him. But what an awesome diecast, man. Highly recommend it. If you see some of these Hot Wheels cars, man, pick them up. They are amazing. That's all for now. Diecastbuffet signing off.